Hey, I got an auto harp. So, what is an auto harp? I don't know, it's like a harp with these buttons, and the buttons press down felt pads that mute out some strings, so it's tuned kind of more or less chromatically, except for some of the lower strings. So, if I press down the button for C major, it mutes all the strings that aren't C, E, or G. So then I get a C major chord. Neat, huh? And a G7. And back to C major. So, I haven't quite figured out how to mute all of, when I'm done letting them ring out. But anyway, it's pretty neat. I strung it all up, and it's a little bit of a disaster stringing them all up because I had no idea what I was doing. But whatever. So the strings and the little wrench to tune it was like $100. So it's kind of expensive. I paid $20 for the auto harp. It's a late 60s Oscar Schmidt auto harp, kind of neat. And I'm still not at all used to holding it like this and strumming. I'll check some videos and stuff. I must be doing something wrong, or just not used to it. I'm so much more used to laying it like this and playing. And all that, and then I can press down a whole bunch of these and mute the thing, mute all the strings. But anyway, it's kind of neat. I found a really cool Facebook group that was extremely helpful with, everything auto harp, and I'm really digging it. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is, and it's not at all like an issue. There are 15 bars that you press down, so you get 15 chords. That's it. So there is, like, say, no D major. So whatever. If I'm in this so if I'm in G major, I could play G, C, and I have no D. Although I do have a D7, so I guess that's all right. But it's kind of weird, I can't play in certain keys. It's fairly limiting, but I kind of dig it a little bit. It makes me, I've already came up with a couple of cool chord progressions and stuff, so it makes me write in like something, very limited, something that I'm not used to doing. With guitar, I'm pretty comfortable in whatever key, so I can write whatever. But with this, it's certainly certain keys that you can write in, and even in those certain keys, you don't have all 7 chords, and certainly you don't have all the 7th, or like no 9th chords, like nothing. But it's kind of neat. So I'm thinking that I may do something where I write a bunch of songs and record like a little album. Nobody does albums anymore, but record 7 or 8 or 10 songs, like auto harp and voice. So like, songs for auto harp and voice or whatever. But kind of neat. So that's like a G, C, D7. And you can do kind of neat things like kind of neat. But that's, say I end up not pressing down enough bars to stop all the strings from ringing. Kind of neat. I'm sure that with a little bit of practice I could pluck, and get certain things, other than just big old C major. See? But I'll check out videos and all that. So anyway, that's my story about the cool little auto harp. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I'm sure there will be more of this. I really like it. I've kind of always wanted one. Growing up, there was a music teacher that was really cool, Mrs. Abel, and she had an auto harp, and we would like sing songs in elementary school and stuff, and she'd be like strumming along with her auto harp and all that, and it was really neat. And I think maybe that sort of fascinated me as a little kid. And here I am now, 40 years later, 38, whatever, and I got myself an auto harp. So, rock on.